All right, now we're back. Okay. So my first little snafu on my first ever live stream. I think I should have audio now, which is fantastic, but let me reintroduce myself and tell you exactly what this is. So my name is Nate Jervanak. I'm with SiteFlight, and we are starting a weekly website virtual meetup where you can come and ask us questions, or we'll cover specific topics within website building, website design, that type of thing. So today, and my goal is to be doing these every Wednesday from 4:30 to 6:30 or 4:30 to 6, and then we'll kind of continue based on how they're doing. But anyway, the the point of the meetup today is to just kind of introduce myself, but then also walk through just some design inspiration, and then I'm going to build a front page of a website with WordPress and Elementor. It's going to be a pretty quick and simple thing. We'll see what happens. I'm just going to adjust some of my screen stuff here really quick, get a little more comfortable, and make sure I'm actually streaming. So I should probably hop on YouTube and see if it's working. So here we go. Go into YouTube. Let's just go to YouTube, and I wonder what crazy things are going to happen here. Oh, geez. Maybe we go. Here we go. My channel. See if I'm actually live. Oh, I'm live right now. Let's see if I can see myself. Oh, there I am. Sweet. Oh, geez. Okay, so I'm live and rolling. So this is fantastic. So let me just kind of get back into what we're going to do. Again, the whole purpose is to run through some design inspiration. So my goal is to do a couple of things today. Number one is describe my purpose, and then we're going to be building a website. I kind of want to do this partly to show you that, one way to make content is to just kind of get out there and start making content and start putting things together just like this. And then you can use this content across multiple places. So in this meetup today, I am actually, because I expect nobody to be here, I am going to be hopping onto, I'm going to find 10 different manufacturing websites that I think are great. I think they have good designs, and sites that I would want to, use as inspiration. And when I say inspiration, I literally mean inspiration. I don't want to be copying anything or anything like that. And what I'm going to build today is just to show you how quickly you can get going if you're doing it yourself. But yeah, I guess to get back to that, the whole purpose is to show you how quickly I can get the content going and use this content across multiple channels. And I guess we'll see what happens, I suppose, is kind of going to be the theme for the night. We'll see what happens. But I am going to try and hop into my other scene here. And once I switch over scenes, I am then going to hop back in YouTube, see if it actually worked, and go from there. Hey, there we are. There's my little walkthrough. And am I in the corner? Yeah, I got my chat in the bottom. This is crazy, this new This is new for me, so just like I said, maybe I'll just stop saying that. Just bear with me. Hold on. YouTube. Hey, look at that. This is crazy. This new. There I am. This is new for me. Here we are on YouTube. Like nobody's here. Oh my God. Maybe I'll just stop saying that. Hey, but cool. This is pretty exciting. Hold on. So, like I said, let's hop into just finding these different manufacturing websites. This tool right here is a tool that I absolutely love. It's called Typora. It's a markdown editing software. Hopefully my camera is working. Hey, look at that. This is crazy. This new. There I am. This is new for me. Here we are on YouTube. Like nobody's here. Oh my God. Maybe I'll just stop saying that. Hey, but cool. This is pretty exciting. My camera doesn't seem to be working. So, like I said, let's hop into just finding these different manufacturing websites. This tool right here is a tool that I absolutely love. It's called Typora. It's a markdown editing software. Hopefully my camera is working. Hey, look at that. This is crazy. This new. There I am. This is new for me. Here we are on YouTube. Nobody's here. Oh my God. Maybe I'll just stop saying that. Hey, but cool. This is pretty exciting. My camera doesn't seem to be working. So, like I said, let's hop into just finding these different manufacturing websites. This tool right here is a tool that I absolutely love. It's called Typora. It's a markdown editing software. Hopefully my camera is working. Hey, look at that. This is crazy. This new. There I am. This is new for me. Here we are on YouTube. Nobody's here. I'm back. Oh my God. Maybe I'll just stop saying that. Hey, but cool. This is pretty exciting. All right. So maybe it's working now. My camera doesn't seem to be working. So, like I said, in there. Let's hop into just finding these different manufacturing websites. This tool right here is a tool that. Hopefully my camera is working. Hey, look at that. This is crazy. This new. There I am. This is new for me. Here we are on YouTube. Nobody's here. I'm back. Oh my God. Maybe I'll just stop saying that. Hey, but cool. This is pretty exciting. So maybe it's working now. My camera doesn't seem to be working. So, like I said, really hope let's hop into just finding these different manufacturing. My mic says that it is picking up. I guess I have no idea if the audio is on. We'll find out. Can I hop into my phone? I have no idea if this is working, you guys. You guys, there's nobody here. And the reason why there's nobody here is because this is my soft launch, and when I say soft launch, I mean like I invited nobody, so I don't expect anybody to actually show up. I have no idea if this is working, you guys. I'm watching. You guys, there's nobody here. Audio. And the reason why there's nobody here is because this is my soft launch, and when I say soft launch, I mean like I invited nobody. Some music going. See if my audio is actually anybody to actually show up. Probably gonna blow my computer up doing all this stuff. I have no idea if this is working, you guys. I'm watching. You guys, there's nobody here. Audio. And the reason why there's nobody here is because this is my soft launch, and when I say soft launch, I mean like I invited nobody. Music going. See if my audio is actually anybody to actually show up. Probably gonna blow my computer. Audio should be working. It says it's working. I have no idea if this is working, you guys. I'm watching. You guys, there's nobody here. Audio. And the reason why there's nobody here is because this is my soft launch, and when I say soft launch, I mean like I invited nobody. Music going. See if my audio is actually working. Oh! Probably gonna blow my computer. Audio should be working. It says it's working. I have no idea if this is working. Oh my gosh. I just sent you guys on a crazy little loop right there. Sorry about that, but we're back. So, again, the tool that I'm using, as you can see clearly, is what we're going to be doing is just looking through 10 great manufacturing websites. And I'm literally going to be starting from scratch, just looking for inspiration and see what kind of strikes me. Maybe talk about some of the different designs that I find and see if there's anything that really pops out to me. It's just going to be through basic Googling and that type of thing. We'll make the list. This list that I create, I'll probably, tweak it a little bit and then add some updates to it. And then I'm going to actually post it on another place called Medium. And Medium is hopefully going to be a good way to start building some new links and new content for SiteFlight. But we'll see what happens. So let's just kind of get this set up as needed here. So step number one is find these websites. So I just Googled excellent manufacturing websites. I happen to have one example that I really enjoy, which is this Motrek. This is just a really sweet website. And one thing that I love about this site is how well they organize their different information. They have a lot of information. And you can see as a user, when I come in, I can see the things that are going to be immediately relevant to me up in this top menu, which is important. And these types of things are probably for users who are new or who are users who aren't really used to this site that much. Your goal is to bring in new customers, so you want to put those types of things right up front. Who is Motrek? It's this company that does these things along here, and it has this big banner here. But then if you look at the top, that top navigation up here is pretty great too, because when a user comes in is used to visiting your website, they are going to be more willing to look around and kind of search for some things that don't need to be immediately apparent to those new users who you are trying to convert. So they have this top menu in a position where it's less visually present, I suppose. But if you are looking for what you need, you're going to easily be able to find it up here. So I love how they organize information, and I love this drop down. I mean, it's just fantastic. This drop down is a little bit challenging to build in WordPress without some special plugins and a little extra bloat, but we're just going to ignore that for now. As far as content goes, we have good content, captures the eye, fastest delivery time in the industry, period. Solving a problem right up front, which is fantastic. Getting things more moving forward since 1988. I like it. They probably are well known. So I would say that if you're less known, you probably want to be kind of hitting on precisely what you do in the top section, and then kind of tell the story about what you do as you go further down the site. But anyway, this is fantastic. I can't say anything really about it. So move people and goods more efficiently and safely with zero emissions. Cool. This is going to be great. Nice little effects. Nothing too, nothing too overwhelming. Really clean. One thing you'll notice as we go through all of these different websites is one of the big things that makes a great website is a great website isn't just web design. It's not just the pictures that you have. It's not just the content. It's not just the writing. It's kind of all of these things put together, and that's the challenge with making a good website. And that's where you have these different specialties within website design that help you to make an excellent looking website. And it takes a lot of time to figure out what you need to do here. This is just great though. So we're going to screenshot this. And we are going to drop this in here. One really cool thing about Typora is they have this, it uses this stuff called Markdown. And Markdown, it's just it will transfer to these different blog systems really easily. Like when you use Microsoft Word, you might have a bunch of stuff they add, a bunch of markup that they add that doesn't really flow into other websites very easily, but with Markdown, you have a really awesome editing experience, and then you can pretty much just transfer that directly into other Markdown editors like what's in Medium. But anyway, we'll just ignore that. Motrek, number 1. We won't call that number 1. What should we title this? Motrek. I don't know, a beautiful, so a design for, Motrek. I love it for the way that it organizes information. So organizing vast amounts of information. So that's the reason that we'll put on that. Couple things. Excellent menu. 2 separate menus. One targeted at new users and potential customers. And then one targeted at returning users and users who are willing to search a little bit more deeply. So for example, i.e. Potential employees, dealers, we call it current dealers, and then just general, more experienced users. And by that I mean more like technologically savvy individuals, I would assume, because they have stuff like shopping tools, request a quote. That's pretty cool. That's great. Quick little menu. That's actually really interesting. I wonder how well that performs. Big, beautiful fonts. So the fonts that we use here are going to be, I'm going to just show you how I'm doing this. So these are called developer tools right here. And I'm just going to inspect some CSS basically to figure out what's going on. And this is just really clean. I mean, that code looks, I mean, just their HTML. It's just HTML, but it just looks nice. So they use this font called Forza. Forza A, and Forza B, and Forza. So their bold font is Forza. Small font Forza. Text font Open Sans. Open Sans. Open Sans. So it looks like their main headers, so their H1s, H2s, are probably going to be oh, this isn't even an H. That's interesting. I don't like that. That actually isn't that good. So that's not bad, but it's also, I mean, I wouldn't do that. The reason why I wouldn't do that is when Google's crawling your site, and maybe I don't know something here, because I like this site. I don't want there anything. I don't want there to be anything. When Google's kind of crawling your site, or when Google, these SEO tools are looking through your site, they're going to look for, structured markup, which is what HTML is. So this HTML structured markup provides context to the search engines to help them understand what's going on. So when you have something like a header, that's kind of a header. I mean, this should for sure be a header, right? Some of these should for sure be a header, I think. Maybe they have a reason for it. But that's not a header. I mean, maybe having the div structured like this. Maybe having the div structured like this is okay for Google? I don't think so. I enter. I'm not seeing anything that makes that seem like that's good for SEO, honestly. So I'm going to say negatives. So yeah, I don't like the, let's go pros. Let's do this. So when I'm talking about these H2s and H3s, that's actually what you're seeing right here. So this right here is an H2, or this is an H1, and markup, or markdown, sorry, actually sets this. So when that turns into, when that's parsed and or whatever, turned into HTML, that's going to be pulled up as an H1. This will be pulled up as an H2. This will be pulled up as an H3. And then I'm going to make an H4 right here in markup language, pros. And then down here, we're going to do for pro or cons. So what this does for search engines is you look and it can understand the context of what's on the page a little bit better. So this will look at this and it will go, okay, underneath this, I'm going to have 10 sites. One of the sites here is Motrek. That references back to this H2. And then these H4s reference this H3. So it's kind of, it should be in here. I'm kind of surprised it's not. So that makes me feel like I am missing something. Fanza. But essentially how it's set up is the is that Open Sans is their subheader. So is the font for H3s, H4s, H5s, and then paragraphs. And then Fanza is kind of their branded font for these, for their larger headers and probably all of their menu text and such. Okay, but we're going to move on from there. Not seeing any structured markup. And I'm sure I'll see these again, or we'll see those, so I'll show you examples of that. Okay, so Motrek, number 1. Number 2, we might do 5. This is much longer than I thought. So we're going to call that an H3. Look at that, H3, see that? Beautiful. H3. Freshy sites, these guys are good. I hope my company is like them one day. Let's just click on 3 of these. Cisco, wow, that's going to be, I want to focus more on smaller companies, ideally. These guys are a little smaller. We might use them as examples. I like that. Okay, why? Gosh, that is so cool. Who can fly one of those? Nice. Oh, I was just thinking, you know what we kind of got to look at? I like mountain biking quite a bit, so let's go look at, let's see what Giant has. And Yeti. I love Yeti. Giant bicycles. Yeti bikes. Nice. This is pretty sweet. This is nice. It's an e-commerce site as well. I wasn't expecting to find e-commerce here. We're going to kind of stay away from that a little bit, just because it's e-commerce. Yeti. Oh, man. So this is the perfect example of how photography can make your site. It's pulling all of these elements together, and that's what web design is all about. It's pulling all of these different elements together into one cohesive, super cool branded experience, or just something that actually gets the job done. Man, so one thing I'm gonna imagine about Yeti is it's more about just introducing their lines, kind of getting me, guys like me, thinking, oh, I can go do stuff like that. Red Bull Rampage. Oh man, this is super cool. Trophy of Nations. Sweet. If I was shopping for bikes, I would probably be looking more into what they have. So race, so to be the fastest on the SB 160. 160E. So we have the series, the 160E, or the 160 series. We have the SB 140. Those must be their two main series that they're trying to push. So now we can pop into bikes. Nice big menu. Cool thing about this menu is, let's compare back to Motrek. So when you have the drop down on these menus, this is something that some of the UX stuff that I read kind of pushes towards and away from this style of menu, where you hover and you hover away and it doesn't stay open, just because it's harder to navigate. Because sometimes you'll open this, you'll want to get over here. Oh shoot, I just exited. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to click trailer. So, you know, that type of problem. Whereas Yeti solves this problem by having these be clickable. So you click, the whole thing drops and it stays. Next one stays. Next one stays. So that's solving a real user experience problem right there. I think this is pretty solid. I mean, this is not just pretty solid, this is a fantastic website. Hello, new normal. Yeah, baby. Let me rip on that thing. Cool. Riding cliffs? That's what I do. Oh yeah, that's me. That might be me right there. What in the world? This guy is crazy. Look at this nice clean blog. So as far as SEO goes and stuff like that, having a blog like this is fantastic, and having it on the homepage, making me as a user want to click into it, is good on their part. Like, they really are enticing me to want to watch this. Their blog is designed really nice. Notice how the width is not super wide, it's kind of condensed, making it a little easier to read. Cool. I like it. I'm just looking. Big photos, man. They kill it on the photos. This is why you pay a photographer. The more you pay a photographer, the more of these great photos you have. And that's one thing that I recommend to a lot of small businesses, is going through. So we're going to go Yeti bikes. I forgot to paste the Motrek. Oops, let's do that. Yeti cycles, and then paste in my link, and grab my Motrek. Link. Now you gotta, keep in mind that I am a Yeti customer, so it's speaking to me. This might speak to the Motrek customer. It's hard to know. You have to know your customer. You have to try and speak to that customer. So let's start here. Boom. Go back to the home page. We're just going to copy this down. We're going to maybe take, we're going to change this after looking here. We're going to change this to well-organized menus. I'm not going to bag on them for their drop-down menu because I can't, because I don't necessarily know, but I think that this is a much better UI UX thing to do right there. Pros. Clickable drop-down menu. Excellent high quality photography. Excellent high quality photography. All bikes, rear travel. Oh man, this just keeps getting better. Why does this keep getting better? To me, this keeps getting better because I don't even have to click in on any individual bike, and I can already start narrowing down what bike is the bike that I actually want. I don't want this. I don't want the hardtail. I don't want a 27.5. I guess I do want a 29. I ride a 26.5, old school. One of the first SB66s that there was. So that's pretty cool. But they break it down. That's a really cool thing. They have this little tag flagging the new. Man, I like that. This is their new technology. Let's just click in on it. That's just beautiful. I don't love that font, but that's just me. Okay. Man, super easy to understand. And it does have shopping too. I didn't even know. Is it a find a dealer? Boom, find a dealer. Cool. I'm giving this a 300 out of 100. Build the bike system is fantastic. How do I spell fantastic? Fantastic. Oh, that's a little annoying. This might be a problem with my computer. Okay, that's a little annoying. Well, I must have clicked in on that. That's why. That's not that annoying. Compare kits. I am going to get the full bike because I'm a mouse. I'm going to get, yeah, baby, 7 grand. Better sell some websites. Just kidding. We're going to allow. Boom. Cool. I think overall, this is just a fantastic flow. That was a fantastic flow to find the dealer. Build the bike system is a fantastic and seamless flow to find a dealer, aka to help me convert. That's cool. That takes some work. I mean, branding is superb. We're gonna, rather than just saying it's superb, why is it superb? Because it speaks directly to me as a customer. I have this big old light on top of me right now. I think it's messing with my head. I might have a seizure on camera. Oh God. Clickable drop-down menu. Excellent high-quality photography. Build the bike system is fantastic and seamless. Branding is superb. Cons. Let's see how their HTML. Well, let's actually go here and go. clickable domain. So let's go like this. Let's go, branding is superb, speaks directly to me as a customer. For example, one of the first things I clicked into was the blog posts, because I saw the incredible capability of the bike, and to be more honest, and I don't know how and to be more honest, I pictured myself hucking it off a cliff, just like those guys, just like the pros. And we'll go, I wish. Can I wink? No, I can't wink. Cons. Okay, let's find some cons. Let's see how they mark it up. Maybe these big manufacturers aren't doing this. I would be surprised. H1, folks. Be fastest. Oh yeah, man. Yeti happenings. Notice I didn't even say some of these things right away. I didn't even say Yeti happenings. It takes a while. Like, my first instinct is just to scroll through. So yeah, it's got good markup. Well, I guess it has an H1. So so here's an H2. So this is an example of what I say and what I think is proper markup. Span underline. It's interesting that, oh, see, it's all within an H2. I'm giving it a, we're just not going to go with cons. Maybe I shouldn't rip on anybody. Maybe that would be a better play. Next, Yeti, good job. Ooh, Design Rush. So I'm on this website. SiteFlight is on Design Rush. Haven't really tried to push anything over from this, but anything popping out? GE? Man, that's interesting. The thing about web design too is it interesting or does it convert? Two different things. Man, I am not going to be able to replicate one of these in 10 minutes. So I am just quickly going to find 5. So we're at 2. My God. Ooh. Interesting. Here is a style decision that you need to make. Do you go for these big moving portions? Or do you just keep it simple? So there's not a lot of animation outside of that top bar, but that top bar, there's a lot going on. So am I supposed to look down here? They must want me to click on that. Ready? Let's wait for it to come through again. I can't click on it now. Oh, I can. 27 auto. Ugh. Everyone has different tastes. This is not me. It's so clean, though. We're going to give it points for cleanliness. It's just too moving. Moves too much. That stands out. Reimagining mining to improve people's lives. Find roads that don't show up on GPS. That is a good catchline. That's a good tagline. See, I'm clearly in this demographic. Technical manufacturer of lecterns, podiums, podium to desks, and tech furnishings. I actually really, really like this. Really, really like this. Oh, I have some more that I really, really like. I just thought of them that I'll share with you guys. Ugh. So they do not have it set up for my screen size, you guys. It's okay. It's really hard to design for all these different screen sizes. So when you see things like this, when you see things that happen, like how these designs are changing, it's just called these breakpoints. And as you can see here, oh, this is fixed. This menu is fixed. It didn't rotate like before. That just is because it probably loaded at a higher resolution for some reason and then didn't adjust. The CSS didn't get applied. This is sweet. Let me tell you why I think this is sweet. This right here, so manufacturer of lecterns, podiums, podium desks, and tech furnishings. I know what the heck these guys do without knowing anything about them. So if I am new to this industry, if I am trying to come to them for the first time, then this tells me exactly who this company is. And that's beautiful. That is just beautiful. So let's say this is good. Custom furniture manufacturer. Custom furniture manufacturing for schools, businesses, and more. Manufacturing quality that has built design, flexible functionality today, tomorrow's technology. It shows us our product, kind of cool colors that have an advantage. Some media. Man, I'm gonna say nice. Customizable lecterns and podiums. Selling custom stuff is difficult, so let's just jump in and see how they do that. So because the question is, how do you customize these without having these really advanced systems that set up the customization, or these advanced forms that set up customization? How do you do that? It's not clear. So the easiest way to do it is either to talk directly to a salesperson, get a quote, or to pay a developer to come in and actually build the form or build the design system in order to make that happen. And that's a process. You have to think of all the variables that go into it, and then you have to design correctly for that. So if you want to be doing a custom design like that, that's going to take you some time, man. But yeah, so let's go to About Home. This wins. This is a winner in my book. Why does it win? Okay, Avon ED. Avon Ed. Just leave it at that. Copy. Maybe I'm going to have to get rid of cons of Motrek. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to bag on you. Pros. Excellent. Introductory. Excellent introductory headline. So this helps with SEO, because imagine somebody searching for, let's go back to Yeti bikes. Yeti cycles home. Hello, new normal. So what is Google looking for here? What is this page about? Well, we can assume it's about Yeti cycles because it has all this other stuff going on. But if you just had this web page, let's say you're a new manufacturer or a lesser known manufacturer, and you just have this web page, it's not until, I mean, the image kind of says what's going on, but it's not until you get kind of far down that you start seeing what Yeti actually does. They never actually really call it out, but they have a lot of brand awareness, so maybe that's okay. But the difference is right here. This is not a big brand. This is not a big flashy, or not a big, I don't mean to say that, it's not a big brand. I mean to say that it's not in the same type of market where it's probably not a lifestyle type brand. So it probably has a fairly decent amount of competition. So it should probably want to, it's probably going to be difficult to rank high, or it's probably going to have a lot of competitors. And it's not going to be obvious what they do right away. I mean, even if you looked at this, even if you looked at their background image, they do a great job of incorporating the podium and showing that they're there for lectures. But does that necessarily, it tells part of the story, but not the whole story. And this top text tells the whole story. And that's just a beautiful thing. So now immediately I know that this is something for me if I am in the, if I am searching for this type of thing. So that is a winner. Excellent introductory headline. Really grabs of users who are unaware of Avin Ed, or maybe even familiar, but not entirely sure. So imagine if you're at a trade show, you're at a trade show and somebody goes, gosh, who is that company that I saw that does the custom podiums? I really like that sales guy. They type in, they type in this different stuff. Maybe they open 3 different podium, or they open 3 different things that relate to the search. If this is what they were looking for, then they're probably, they immediately know if they found it. So that's pretty great. This inspired me to look. What are we at? 3? Okay, hurry. I think it's. No, this is not the right thing. I am not going to get to building the site. This is sad. This is really sad. 30 minutes. I gotta hurry. This has a lot going on. If it's connected, it's protected. Safeguard the people and devices that connect to your network. Is that their homepage? See, even somebody the size of Cisco, safeguard the people and devices that connect your network. Secure your IT. Such a clear, perfect call to action. That really differentiates, even between that Motrek, wherever you work securely. Detect and remediate faster with SecureX, secure firewall. I know what this is all about. I don't really know Cisco that well, but now I know what they're all about, and I know in particular what they want me to do, or what, who their ideal customer is, and if I fit that ideal customer profile. So again, we're going to go here, because I'm kind of running out of time. Cisco. The reason, though, this is important. Okay, so we're going to say well-branded call to action, which we call a CTA, directly at the start of the site. Now, what's interesting about that is it doesn't take a lot, it does take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of design, is what I meant to say, or what I meant to think. It doesn't take a lot of design to get this done. Like, this doesn't look like a complicated design, but it takes a lot of thought to get to something like this. To figure out that it's one line, that this is a call to action to get the people to act, where to actually place this, and what content belongs on the homepage. I mean, there's a lot of thought that goes into figuring this out. How to buy. And again, notice the first thing that I noticed was not the headline, not this busyness up here. The first thing I noticed was right here. If it's connected, it's protected. I love how simple this is. This is right up my alley. And again, it might be kind of that I'm in a tech world, but fantastic. It also, further down the page, it echoes this call to action, the CTA, with services that support what it says. So again, secure firewall 3100 series and stuff like that. Built for simplicity and speed, secure it all. There's not a lot of text here, you guys. This is turn your buildings into smart spaces. A workplace that the story is told. The beauty of this is how simple it is, and that the story is told in headlines. Because people, when they scan your site, they go like this. They go, if it's connected, it's protected. Oh, yeah, okay. That speaks to me, so now I'll read a little bit more deeply. Now if I want to get in more depth, okay. Notice how this is connected? Look at that. I just went, oh, I clicked on that, and now I'm brought to the exact place that I clicked on. That's nice. That's what I was expecting. Notice how they don't have the video on the homepage. They have a lot more content. They now know I'm willing to read more. I'm willing to dig in more. Just really great. And they have breadcrumbs. So we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep listing some great things. Breadcrumbs. So content from CTA is directly associated with, so the content on the landing page, CTA is directly associated with the content that I clicked on to navigate from the homepage. I'm going to have to clean that up. You all are thinking, I'm going to have to clean up the whole video. You might be right. Notice another thing that happened. A pop-up. My God, a pop-up. Pop-ups help increase conversion. We're going to call it a well-timed pop-up to encourage me to interact with the site. And notice how it wasn't, it's, not covering up my whole view. I can still click off of it. I'm still able to actually use it. So, boom. Cisco. So, what are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, I'm doing so good. Let's find a smaller manufacturer. So manufacturing in I have looked at some of these, and I do know that some of these are nice. I think Lindar's is nice. See if we get more. Let's just see. I'm just going to quickly go through these. Oh, geez. Okay. Not that guy. I'll save that one for a lead. Oh, actually, stay away from that. Let's see what we got. A little difficult to see. A lot going on. This should be bigger. That's fine. I went to one of these. You know what? We've looked at a lot of big companies, but you know, when you start thinking about it, how do these smaller companies look, you know? What do your websites actually look like? Have to have one good one in here. Man, that is nice. Nice. That looks big. A little too big. Not a fan. Damn. That is cool. But we still have some problems here. Pretty great though, man. Really cool photo. I mean, it's just eye-catching. Bendtech. Reminds me of Bender. That right there is why you don't do slideshows. Look at this. Ooh, so hard to load. Okay, I'm not loving that. Let's go. If we go to one that building reliable. This is a nice website. Look at that. The menu doesn't drop. The menu doesn't drop. I'm personally a fan of this one, but I also built this one. It's a lot like the Motrek, as you can see. That was an inspiration for some of that. So, but let's go into the gooseneck trailer. A lot of information. I personally think it's good, but I also built it, so I'd love to hear what you think. So I'm not going to put that one up there because it is something I built. Actually nice. I like that title. Actually nice manufacturing websites to inspire you. Borman. Oh, there's a tool manufacturing for cabinetry clamps. What a great. 5:45. I'm gonna have 15 minutes to build it. Oh my gosh. Time saver. I think it's these guys. Am I thinking of the right guys? This is also not who I'm thinking of. Jorgensen. You guys. Nate figured it out. See if they're on the front page. They're not. It's okay. Jorgensen clan. Oh yeah, Pony Jorgensen. I like that. I don't like it as much as I used to, but I still like it. This is also not where I was thinking. Oh, super cool. They paid so much money for this video. Gosh, I would not do a video background there. We're gonna keep it though. I do like this. Ah, I just don't know if I can. I mean, so there's a lot of people who are against, me included, video backgrounds and stuff like that. I mean, if they're done well, they look good. This right here though, and this one I think has great potential. But look at that jolt. I mean, what if I have seizures? You know, or what if, like, what if I don't want to see all this motion? I just want to know what they do. My God, I don't want to stay up here. I want to just leave. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. I'm not going to knock their video because I know someone worked really hard on that. Just kidding. Written content. Quite nice. Oh, look at this. Request a quote. Big. Where do I want to click? I would want to click up here, but that kind of is a little bit annoying. But request a quote is fantastic. I can't even look at that. Request a quote is fantastic. Placement, it's big, it's red, it stands out, so it makes me want to log in there. I don't know if I can put this one up here. There's some things I like and some things I don't like. I think it's good. It's good. We're going to put it up here because I will use this as inspiration in the future, and this is what... Can I pause this video? I want to sit here and look at this, but... Where is it? There we go. I got it, you guys. Okay. This I like. That I like. Reason why I like it. Really nice contrast with the text and the background. Allows me to read easily. Other reason, nice call to action. Then the upper up in the upper hand or right hand corner. Look at that. Changes logos, pretty nifty. They highlight cutting edge time savers, metal solutions, full time savers, wood sanding solutions, sanding. I'm going to say apart from the video, there is minimal movement or otherwise distractions. But they have nice movement, like this right here. That's a nice little switch on that logo. That's sweet. Nice interactions. Nice videos. How do they play videos? Nice, I like that.
I saw the Time Saver Yield Saver actually 2 years before I bought it, and I was familiar with the technology. When I saw they brought it out, I knew that's what I wanted.
Some things are nice. They did good though. Gotta give them props, the St. Louis web design company. I'm gonna give them props. Looks nice overall. Okay, so what am I gonna replicate quick? Let's replicate this one. I'm just gonna hop into Elementor and I'm just gonna do the top portion, and I just kind of want to show you maybe what you would do, kind of the start of what you would do in order to build this. So Elementor is something that's on WordPress, and it's super easy to use. It's just a drag and drop editor. It takes time to learn it, just like all other systems, but once you learn it, it's really easy to build stuff really quickly. So I'm going to hop in. I already set up a WordPress dashboard. So how many did I get here? 1. Ooh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't even get, oh, I had 5. Good, I had that one up first. Or should we duplicate the Yeti? The Yeti's cool, dude. Maybe duplicate the Yeti just for fun. It's just about the images. It's not that. None of the. Once you have the design, the tricky thing about design is coming up with the design. It's not making the thing, unless you do a lot of fancy things. So we're gonna make this one. It'll be a little tricky to get that. In, the 10 minutes that I'm going to have here, it's going to be a little tricky to set some of this stuff up, but it's definitely doable. So for photography and stuff, I'm going to use just a built-in font. I'm not going to pull their same fonts or anything, but we're just going to kind of get some of these things in place. We'll at least match this, and I'll show you how to set it up and how to get rolling with it. It's really quick and easy. We're not doing any development. WordPress is not development, or this type of WordPress is not development. You can get into development pretty heavily in WordPress, but for the most part, people don't. 99% of people do not, and most people are just building from themes. They'll just grab a theme and then they'll build from it. One of the reasons you need a theme for WordPress. Sometimes people might pull themes from markets that, sometimes people use themes that aren't well maintained, and then over time you can't really change the content anymore. So I like to use Elementor mainly because it allows me to basically build a theme from the ground up based on Elementor. And Elementor has, 4 million active websites, active users. So the chances that Elementor goes out of or stops being maintained is far slimmer than the chances of some, plugin on whatever site who has 15 users goes unmaintained, or a theme that has 15 users goes unmaintained. And if your theme starts breaking, if it has form functionality, if it can't update, then your site is basically done. So I don't necessarily love to use I like to keep themes really minimal as possible, and really just keep the build as minimal as possible. And then on top of that, WordPress is starting to come up, or has Gutenberg running, and it has for a while. I haven't built too much with Gutenberg yet because I use Elementor a lot, but I have used GeneratePress and Generate Blocks, and those are interesting for sure. I'm kind of excited about what those could do, but I haven't totally gotten into them too deeply. I got to get a little more excited for my audience here, you guys. So let's jump in. I have nothing here, so I just spun this up. So I'm not going to go into my hosting. I mean, let's just pull it off, make sure I don't have anything up. That's, yeah, it's okay. So I just have this on a temporary host. I use SiteGround for a lot of, oh geez. That's okay, you can see that. That wasn't a big deal. I use SiteGround for a lot of my websites, and I think they're fantastic. I'd highly recommend to anybody who is like saying, oh, what host should I get? What host should I get? And you're kicking the rocks thinking, if you're spending more than 20 minutes deciding a host, stop. Don't think anymore. Go to SiteGround and just get it. I have a higher level tier of support, but I think their support is absolutely fantastic. I think the support that I get starts at maybe like $300 a year for your hosting for all of that stuff. But basically what you're going to need is domain name. All this stuff is really, once you understand how to set it up, it's quick and easy. But basically you need a domain name, and you need a host. Sometimes you'll have all-in-one packages of domain name and host. You can definitely do that, and I recommend doing that most of the time. You can get your domain name a little cheaper from places like Google Domains, and then manage those across multiple sites, or manage multiple sites within one dashboard. I like using Google Domains quite a bit, but for this project we're using a temporary domain that sets up with SiteGround, and they make it really easy to transfer to a full domain if you'd want to do that in the future. So they have a couple of really good built-in tools. Their caching stuff works really well. Their security stuff works pretty good, or works good. And then coupled with some of the other security stuff that I use, it's absolutely fantastic. I would definitely recommend, if you are spending more, like I said, more than 20 minutes deciding on a host, you've spent too long, just go on SiteGround. You're going to get one of the top tier hosts for kind of these business style websites. If you have a larger website and you're expecting huge traffic, you might have to investigate a little bit more deeply, but SiteGround can handle a pretty substantial amount for basically any small business that I work with. So get SiteGround, makes website setup a breeze. So I already set that up. I clicked a button and got it in, and this is basically what I got. I got my WordPress backend. So here is WordPress backend. A lot of different things here. The big things that you need to really pay attention to are when you're first starting. I mean, all this stuff is important to pay attention to, but your themes and your plugins. Themes are kind of the base of your site. I like to, like I said, I like to choose minimal themes that allow you to build on top of them with either GeneratePress, so like Gutenberg style themes, or grabbing Elementor and building your theme from your ground up. But your theme can add a lot of structure and save you a lot of time, but it depends. It's not always a good solution. So generally what I'm going to recommend, and for the purpose of this, we're going to get the Hello theme by Elementor. It's one of the top ones here. So this is, again, Hello by Elementor. I'm going to pop back into my themes. One of a good security best practice is just to get rid of themes that you're not using. I'm going to have one. Why can't I get rid of this? interesting. What am I missing? I don't know how I'm missing this. Oh, there we go. My microphone's in the way. Delete. We're going to keep 2023. I'm going to delete these other themes. I don't need them. All good. No worries. Okay, we're going to get Elementor. We're going to get the free version right away, and then we're going to install the pro version as well. Actually, I'll go without the pro version because I don't think you're necessarily going to need it for what I'm going to do. We'll see. Skip all this setup. If I'm building, again, this is going to be about I'm already over, so this is going to be about a 5-minute build. So I'm not going to worry about some of the settings that I would worry about if I was building a larger project. But we're going to do a few little things. So this has already created a page for us. I'm just going to hop back in and make sure I know what page it is. Okay, so it's this page. I need to do a couple little settings first. We're going to pop over into I'm just going to set my home page. So right now, when you go into this URL, which is my temporary URL, it takes you in and it shows you this, which is not what we want to see. I wanted to make sure that the home page is set. To Elementor number 6. For this purposes, we're just going to ignore some of that. When I'm building, I typically discourage search engines. I normally turn off all commenting and all of that type of thing. Media, for the purposes of this, we're not going to worry about it. So let's just build this. Let's build Yeti's site. I did already install my Envanto elements. And Envanto element, Envato, I can never say it right, is just a tool that allows you to get photos if you have a license. So we're going to call this a site for tents. Should we say tents? Maybe we're easily going to find dogs, so we're going to say dogs. We're going to easily find content for dogs. So we're just going to add some of this placeholder content for now. I don't know if they have any isolated. Sweet. So what are our dogs going to be? This looks like a good model of dog. Dog. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting content that we're going to use to fill in these different portions of the oh, this is a good one. The different portions of the Yeti site. So we need to kind of match content along this, like good lifestyle content of owning a dog. Like, what is it going to be like? We need to have our coolest dog here. What is our coolest type of dog? We're going to go cool, you know. Yeah, that's going to be my boy right there. I think we're going to do another link. Oh, that could be the dog. We'll pull that one in. What other content are we going to need? So I grabbed this content. We'll do that one dog. We need dog version 1, dog version 2. So I think there was some similar ones. So this guy, we downloaded him. So we're going to kind of try and keep it similar. So model 2 of that type. We'll just stick with 2. Then we'll go, do we have Chocolate Lab? Oh yeah, we need this one. Then we need the puppy. Okay, we have so much content. Now we need this is why content's important, folks, or why images are important. The more images that you have, oh yeah, what it's like to run free. Oh. Okay. So now let's see what to do here. Yeti, 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 where art thou? Okay, so we have a menu. So this menu is something that we're going to want to appear across all different pages. That's going to be a little tricky to make here today in the next 10 minutes, but we'll kind of replicate some of it. So let's start. Oh, I hope I don't have Flexbox enabled. Hide the title. We are going to start with a big old picture. I need to pull up this sample over here somewhere else. This Yeti thing is going to be on my other screen, so that's what I'm going to keep looking over at you for. So this is going to be a full background, so to start, it's pretty easy. And if you don't know where all this stuff is, I mean, it's going to take you a long time to figure it out. So this is why I downloaded all these different portions, to try and get some content in here. This right here, if you notice, the background takes up the full view height and maybe even a little bit more. So it's the full view height of this picture, or of my screen. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to have to make a menu too. So what we're going to do is come into, what do I do? Oh, I have to set my height to, we're going to do a min height. We're going to change this to view height. We're going to set it just slightly above. I think we can go like 105. Ooh, that's way high. Look at that. Look at all that repeating. No repeating. That's pretty nice. Update. I'm going to adjust this menu really quick. So when you look at a website, you're kind of looking at a few things overall. You're looking at a header menu right here, up at the top. You're looking at this big hero section. You're looking at these other content boxes that fit within it. I don't know if we're going to do that scroll behavior. Some of this stuff isn't necessarily super easy with Elementor, and I am 10 minutes over already. So let's just make that landing page. I thought I was going to have like an hour to work on this. Let's go back into templates, new builder. I think this is, okay. I'll pull this off screen. You need Elementor Pro for this. Elementor Pro for one single website is $59. So to get Elementor Pro, you have to download it to your you have to download it, upload plugin, choose file. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, computer's slow. Wow, I'm firing real slow right now. It's always fun. while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to keep on building here. So that font is going to kind of be like a open sans. So this is taking up the full width. So when I'm looking at this, I kind of have to figure out how these boxes flow. This is just the intersection. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that in Elementor right now, but I have two content sections. So one's going to be offset, and I have that in my bottom right of my main width. So how should I do that? So that is going to sit at fixed. This is going to sit on my left. So it helps to know a little bit like how this stuff works, obviously, to get nice designs. Because I'm thinking through how I'm going to build this right now. Like, where is this going to go? Where is this going to fit in? So what I am going to do is we are just going to set it up just super basic. So this is going to need this is one way to do it because I'm doing it fast. I think open sans might be in here. That's probably about a this is probably a bold 2A extra bold and just from uppercase spacing. We breed, no, the best. We make, we train your best friend. Something like that, okay? We're going to blow this font way the heck up. This is, we are going to stick with I'm going to make this an M. We're going to go about, that should be 16. So this is about a 80, 16. We're just going to call that 5. Wow, that font is way different. So if I pull this up, the filter, the white doesn't really work well on that filter, so I'm just going to add a background overlay. It's just going to be a basic overlay. Make it a little darker. Bring up opacity. See, this is why imagery is so important, honestly. We're going to make this black. Okay, this we're going to give a border. Again, we're going to pull this up. So, oh, the border's not there anymore? I thought it had a border. It does have a border. So, this margin, we're actually padding, we're going to just make this a %. So this is padding to the whole box, the whole container here. We are going to just call my left and right padding about 5% and right 5%. Then I'm going to change this just because of how the content's set up to full width. And notice how I had this. So see how that takes up about the whole thing? I'm estimating that that's about 5% of my container. So even when I shrink it down, it remains about that size. So that's why I chose that 5%. And now in here, we still have we'll stick with percent here. We're going to go about, oops. So the difference between Elementor, right, I'm so dyslexic sometimes, man. It's crazy. Difference between Elementor and coding is, if I was to code that, I didn't upgrade yet. I'm gonna pull this off screen quick. So now, as you can see with Elementor Pro, might not be obvious what I did there, but with Elementor Pro, I can now pop in here and I can add CSS. And what I was telling you was that with these, you can add CSS, and if you don't have Elementor, you can do you would typically just use CSS to style your whole website, but these visual builders take away that need. So let's do, so you're going to just see some adjustments here. We're going to just go padding top, just so you can see really quick. Top 500 pixels. Look at that. That's all this did over here when I did 5%. That's all that did. But this would override that. So if I actually come in here and I go top, ooh, it doesn't override it. Good to know. That's okay. So there was a border. So in this box, we're selected on this box. There's two boxes in here. There's the text box, and then there's this box. And you can see that if you look here. We have the column, and then we have the heading. So we need to add a border to the column. So Elementor has that built in. Really quick and easy. Left. Am I getting it right? I am too. We need to do border, solid, width, right, 1, 2. Oh, that's border radius. Ah, dyslexic again. 2 color. Typically we would set these as global styles. We train your best friend. That font is way different, folks. Trade Gothic. 76.8. I can't say that I'm duplicating that and then do that font way off. Trade wins? No. Would be a matching font. It's actually not bad. Hello, new normal. So we need to cut back on text quite a bit. So hello, new friend. A little bit better. That font isn't the same. This is why typography matters. Hello, new friend. Can I stretch it? I knew I couldn't do that. I don't know why I tried to do that. Hello, new friend. So now we're going to have to do some styling to figure out how to get this box. How to get this box like this. So this is I'm going to consider that within the container. So I personally know what I want to do. Kind of. We're going to just call this an intersection. We are going to have to make some adjustments here. We're just going to delete this. we have to turn off all of our padding, all of that in here. We're going to add a background. Well, actually, we're just going to add that photo. I don't know what would be the best bet here. I think we would be good just adding the photo as the background to this. So we're just going to come in, and I grab this photo for this reason, to see this guy. Boom. I'm going to set. This is kind of where things start getting nice to have in just Elementor. So just going to do that. Well, actually a box, whatever. So this is where some things, well, I guess we don't need to do that yet. So I can't really size these containers in Elementor. So I'm just going to do that with some CSS really quick. So we'll bring that down to what, maybe 50 width. Okay, and now we're going to actually position this relative to the parent container. So that this is going to, actually we're going to position this relative to here. So this is going to be a little tricky. We have to set a Z index on this. Well, I don't have to do it in here, although I might as well set all my can we just say -1? No. I'm going to have to put a Z index on all of this crap. This is going to be a little tricky to figure out. I don't know if I can do that. I have to experiment here quick. So, I will not be able to place that in that container, I don't think. 0, whatever. That 0 is default, but I'm just going to do that for my peace of mind in that position. This needs to become okay, so I've already kind of gone beyond what Elementor can do a little bit, but there's kind of ways that you can work around this. Selector, position. So this I am going to position relative to the parent container. The parent container is this right here. So this inner box is within the parent container, this bigger box. So knowing CSS, I can say that. Is it position absolute? Yes. So bottom, we're going to call it 0. And now left, I know my left and rights now. I'm going to call that 0. Actually, we're going to pull that to -5. -5 pixels. So here's the problem with this container. I can kind of work around that. Oh, actually, this whole thing is positioned relative. How is that positioned? This is a tricky one, you guys. This is a tricky one. It's not impossible. I mean, clearly it's not impossible with Elementor. It's not impossible with Elementor. I should talk a little louder. Add the chocolate lab to your family. See, this is where the markup matters. We're going to ignore markup. Ignore markup. This was underlined. Chocolate Labs. So I know that's 50% view width. It's a tricky little animation to do just in here, but it's okay. Min height 400. So you can kind of see what I'm getting at. It's going to take a little bit of work. We need to set this to layout, vertical, and middle. So I set that. So this is where things get a little bit tricky. So I set a 5% padding on my parent container. This is now placed within that container. I now just need to pull this over to the edge of the page somehow. I know that I had percent. I think that's relative to the parent. So it's on my left-hand side. So negative. Oops, wrong one. So this is where Elementor is helpful. Okay. Heck, I thought I grabbed the right one. This is where that navigator can be a little helpful. There we go. Oh, I can't set a negative margin. That's fun. Oh wait, it's positioned absolute, so... Oof. Oh man, I don't want to do it like that. Whatever, we're just going to call that 8%. This is tricky. This is trickier than I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie. With Elementor, it's true. Well, it's trickier in general. So this needs a height of maybe, I don't want to do fixed. I'm going to go like, that takes up more than shouldn't have picked this one. This one's definitely trickier. Definitely trickier, and I'm already 30 minutes over. It's okay. I'll keep going. I'll just get this main top section done. Okay, come on, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? This needs to be positioned relative to that, unless I just pull that out. I might do a little bit of a change here. It's going to be way easier. That width needs to... I wonder if I go like this. This is tricky with Elementor. This is not really made to do this. So what needs to happen is I need to put these in two different divs, but I can't think about how to do that without completely This right here is not going to easily appear above this or below that. This needs to appear below this and be positioned relative to the parent. So this could just be a fixed, that can't be a fixed position on there. Well, actually, yeah, that would be perfect. That would be. Elementor kind of, I want to just write this in code right now, man. That would be way, way, way easier. What should we do? Okay, so we are just gonna take this, duplicate that. I'm just gonna go here. Actually, no, we're gonna keep that. Let me go back on that. We're just gonna position this. I really want to put this inside the parent, but how else do I put that inside the parent? I guess if I position the whole column in a fixed. This is not what Elementor is meant to do. Let me just say. Anytime you have to start writing custom code, or even just custom CSS in Elementor, you're pretty much not doing what it's meant to do. I need these to wrap. I mean, I guess I could just go. Because if I do another intersection, and make that an intersection, and make this an intersection, I'm kind of stumped on this one. Make that an intersection, that an intersection. I would put my height on that intersection. Yeah. Height on that intersection. Fix that to my column. Okay. So intersection 1, intersection 2. This is actually gonna pop over here. Yeah, this is definitely, I haven't built something like this with Elementor. This is definitely not what this is made to do. And this is way too much markup for some simple little design. I do not like all this extra stuff. Like all these are just containers that Elementor adds so much markup. If I was just writing plain HTML, that would be fine, but Elementor just adds so much. So now this intersection. Okay, so now we'll just delete that intersection. We're going to call that column. I still have the problem of that being relative to the parent. Wow, that really sucks. There's not a good workaround. I have to redo that same thing. I'm going to go right back to where I was. I'm just going to have to pull that column where I want to put it relative to the parent. So I just have to make some adjustments. No worries, bro. I just don't like this because all of this stuff is all extra markup. What I'm about to do is not good either. Told you I could do that, but I don't like doing it this way. It's just a bunch of extra stuff that I don't want in here. And I know I'm going to need more. Like, look at all this extra markup. That just kind of sucks. And we're still not quite there. We're closer, though. Photography, underline. So we're going to match that. What was this font? This is now going to become 100. See, now I can't quite do that. Cool. At least I'm getting this. I'll have this exactly as I want it. That's interesting that that didn't move. Oh man. I guess I'm gonna have to pull this over. I don't want to do this. I can't do that. Elementary, you suck. Oh. Boom. I wonder if this will work. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Everything is possible. Things are just aren't always made to work as you want them to. There's a lot of little hacks that I'm doing, or not little hacks, but oops. I don't know if this is going to want me to do this. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm breaking what Elementor wants me to do with it. Ooh, look at that dog, though. Come on. Look at that dog. It's about that size. It's tricky. Yeah, this is not what Elementor wants to do. I thought this was going to be easier with Elementor. That was not smart. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this here in the time. I know that I can get it. So, I'll pull this down. Good. Why is this not pulling down? It's already aligned center, or aligned bottom, so I just go, not margin, but maybe if I go like this. So this is still needs to be we're getting closer. It's not going to want to let me cut that off. You're going to have to use another section. This is a tricky layout, man. I like it. I'm just going to go like that. I like it a lot. I'm just setting this up for example. Hello, new friend. We're getting closer. I really hope this whole section can slide up. You know what? That's why. But I have to do it different because of how this is set. I guess we're just going to try and get to that point where we get that to come up as we're going. And once I get that effect, then we're good. I am way over at motion effects, but you got to get it, man. If you're going to do it, you got to get it. Okay, but it's only saying relative to my parent. Oh. Okay. Okay. We actually want to go like this. Oh man. Why can I not get this to go up? Unless I make this bigger. That's full. That never moves. That definitely rises. That definitely rises. Why is it only staying within? Oh. I want the whole view optimized, man. And there she goes. Why is that not adjusting? Why are neither of these adjusting? I need it to adjust dramatically. Okay, unless my problem is how that's positioned. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go like that for now. I'm just gonna, like I said, this one's good. Site settings. Oh my gosh. Burnt out. This one's tough. Exit. Cancel. Let's go back. Oh, hopefully I saved that. Header. I'm just gonna give you an example of what the header looks like. Just really quick. Oh man, that was hard, guys. Spent way too long on this. This would typically be a menu. I'm just getting this set up quickly. Give you an example. I chose a much more difficult one than I thought I chose. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I thought that was gonna be way, way easier. Just gonna do an image. We'll do this little dog. Doggy dog. Oh, that's a really wide image for what it is. See, this is also where things. It's 10 per second. $10, $80. Just gonna put in some random icons. This isn't exactly how I'd do it if I was building a live site. And here we're just kind of matching those icons. Okay, that's fun. That picture is a little weird aspect ratio. I would like to just set this at a fixed height, but we're just going to ignore that. Oops, I didn't do that. That's about 75. Documentation, entire site. So at least we'll see some stuff up here. Oh, not yet. Fun. This Z index of maybe 1,000. Just go 100. Isn't quite enough for 80. It did be a. Oh, that didn't actually have a background. I thought that didn't have a background. PNG? JPEG, they're all JPEGs. So I would have to make that a PNG. So that's unfortunate. Okay, you're starting to kind of see the resemblance. That's going to be really hard, man. That's an awesome effect. I have to figure out how to do that. The problem is, oh, as you can see that this is the problem that I'm facing, this slide down. I just don't want to do this with Elementor, honestly. Alright, I am way over. I need to do other things. We're on the way. That's what I got in an hour. And got an hour with Elementor. I'd say that was decent, not great. I am going to delete this website, and we are going to call it good. But thank you very much for joining me, and I will hopefully meet you at some point. That was way long. Holy crap, man.